Hello everyone, Johnny here. Today in this session we will try to learn about how to perform addition of two numbers using DOM, JavaScript DOM. In the sense we will not write any part of HTML in this, but we will just write the script part. In the sense JavaScript DOM, which creates an input fields, two input fields and a submit button. When the user clicks on it, it should able to perform some operation. In a basic version of JavaScript, in the sense if I want to perform addition of two numbers, we generally take two input fields, like input 1 for number 1 and number 2 for other input field. When the user clicks on it, the corresponding function will execute. But here we will try to write the same thing using DOM. So let us start the code. Now first one, in this session we will, as we have already discussed the DOM concepts in the basic sessions of JavaScript tutorial. You can find those links below the description part. So let me get into the coding part. Like first, how to create an element. So first I will be able to create an input field here. I should able to create an input field. So in these input fields will be wrapped in a form. So let me create a form now. First one, variable a equals to document dot get, sorry, we are aware of using this getElementById, right? First one, we should able to create an element here. So let me create an element. The element name is form. Now let me create an attribute for this. So we have a method called setAttribute. setAttribute. So I want to name this with a ID like my form. Now if I want to append this, document dot body dot appendChild. So I just want to append this. So if I check the output of this snippet, you don't get any output. Just we have created something called a form tag open. It means the inner meaning of this line. If I want to put this in the comments, the line number 9 to 11 will able to perform this one. That is, we are trying to create a form tag id equal to my form, form tag id equal to my form, and form tag close. This is the way we are trying to create in the line number 9 to 11. Now let us create the first input field. I am trying to create a later input field, document dot create element. What is the element we should able to create? An input field. So let me create an input field here. Input field. So I have created an input field. I should able to append this. In the sense, in the line number 11 we have written document dot body dot appendChild of a. It means this form will be appended between this body tag open and body tag close. In the same way, if I want to append this also, we should able to write same. But here I have taken some ID here. What is the ID name here? My form. So these elements should be inserted between form. Inside this form tag we will get input element. So let me write here b dot, first one, let me define the attributes for it. What are the attributes that an input field will have? Text, ID. So here I am trying to take a text here. Type equal to text. Input type equal text. Next one, I just want to define another attribute here where type equal to text. So I just want to field ID, that is first one as num1. Let me write last one as num1. Now I just want to append this input field to the body. So inside the body we have a form here. So let me write document dot get element by ID. So we will get like this, by ID. What is the ID name here? My form. My form dot appendChild of B. So it is indirectly appending the element. We got it. It is indirectly appending the element. So let us check the output of this snippet now. So can you see here? We got first input field. Now suppose if I want to get a next input field, if I want to have something like placeholder also, we can just write here. If you are unable to understand, we can write a placeholder. I'm just writing a placeholder here. Enter num1. Let me try if it gets, oops, fine. Yes, we got it. So we got a placeholder also. First one, we got an input field. Suppose if I want to get the same input field, what we do? Again we will try to define a button. So sorry, input field, create element. Next one we will try to add attribute for it, type equal to text. Next one we will add id for it. As we have already defined the id number 1, now we will try to define it as num2, and we will write in the placeholder as num2. Now in the id also we will try to append the same thing. So can we copy the same thing? So let me copy the same snippet again. So if I can elaborate this sentence, we can say it is trying to create, above sentence is trying to create input type equal to text, id equal to num1, and placeholder equals to enter num1. So I just want to elaborate this, so I am trying to write this like this. So above code is trying to perform the same. In the same way, this input field also is trying to perform the same thing, num2, number 2. So but see here, we have defined a variable b here. I just want to replace this with a c. I just want to replace this with a c. So we got two input fields here, and I just want to append the same thing. So control C here. We got num1 and num2. Now if I want to get a button, in the previous sessions of tutorials, like in the Flying Hearts app also, we have done how to create a dynamic DOM. Like inside a div we are trying to create flying hearts. In the same way, I should be able to create a button here. In order to create a button, we will write the same thing. See here, variable d equal to, we don't have any separate properties, like document dot, very good, create element of button. We have a button, in this a button. Now what would be the attributes for this? First one is setAttribute. So I just want, shall I take in the form of input itself? So let us take in the form of input itself. For example, I have taken input here, input and type, what is this? It was text for the input fields. For button I am trying to take input type equal to button. Next d dot set attribute. So this attribute will try to tell, let us know, like it will try to give some value over it. On the button it will try to give some value. So what it is? Calculate. Now d dot set attribute on click. So what does this on click does? On click will try to perform the addition. So here add, let me write add here. We are trying to perform only one operation here. I am trying to write this, but as we have created an element, so if you can see the output, it will be not appended because we haven't written any snippet here. So let me append the same thing. I should be able to append this in the form. So what is the id name of form? My form dot appendChild. What is the d here? So if you can see here, we got calculate. So if you can see, the above line will be like this: input type equals to button. Above line can be understood, like we can understand the above snippet from line number 29 to 30. These statements can be interpreted in this way. What is this? Value equal to calculate, on click equal to add. So we got in this way, right? So we got an input element, first one, second one, and the button also. Now we got a button. For example, when the user clicks on here, for example, user enters 5 and 7 here. When the user clicks on it, we should be able to print some answer here. We should be able to get some answer here. In order to display that answer, we will write in CSS like in HTML like p of demo equal to id, right? In the same way, we are trying to write the id here. How could I write this id? Let me define a new variable again. I just want to create an element, document dot create element of p. Next statement, e dot set attribute of id comma demo. It means what is the id name we have mentioned here? Demo. I'm trying to interpret the same line which I have written in comments in line number 37. Now if I want to append this document dot, if we can understand the first statement, first part of the snippet, it will be very easy for us to understand the next rest. So here I just want to append this to the body dot appendChild, appendChild of e. It means it will be try to append it, but we will not get anything here. See here, for example, I have written something like this. Will it interpret? No. Now we will write the actual code. So we have created an input field, first input field, second input field, and calculate. But when the user clicks on it, it should able to perform some operation. So how can we write function? So did we take function anywhere here? Yes, we have taken a function in the line number 32. If you can see here, we have taken onclick event and followed by a function. So let me write add function add. In this, let me define variable x equals to document dot getElementById. What is the first id name? Number 1, first input field. If I want to get the value, we write a value dot value. Very good. Now if I want to get the next value, variable y equals to document dot getElementById. What is the next input field we have here? Value 2. Value. We have got two input fields. First one it will be stored in x, and next one it will be stored in y. Now if I want to get this value, variable z equals to x plus y. I'm just trying to write x plus y as of now. Let us see how it goes. It is stored in z, but I should able to print this answer, whatever the resultant, in some id, like some value. So where I should able to print? It should able to print between this id, that is id equal to demo. So let me read it. Document dot getElementById of demo dot innerHTML. innerHTML equals to, what is the answer you have? Z here. It is done. So let us see how it goes. But see here, we will get some issue here. So let us see. It is not able to execute. Console, we have some error. Add is not defined. Where add is not okay. So we have just placed this in the inverted quotations, right? Let me check in this way. Again, okay. 5 and 6. Let me close this. Where is this button? We had a button, right? Yes. So let us see how did it, where it went wrong. So we have taken a button here. Okay, let me put this. Okay, we got. Let me write now 7 8. Oh, we got it. So 7 8. It was just, we haven't saved nothing more. So now we got 78. But we have an issue here. It is trying to append in the form of a string. But if I want to convert the same thing in the form of a number, we can write number here, number a data type, where it will try to convert this in the form of a numerical value instead of appending it. So just I'm trying to refresh. 9 and 9, we got 18. Let me take 90 and 99. So let me take some value, 100 plus 90. We got everything. So this is how we have done with the basic addition of two numbers without using the HTML code, using a dynamic DOM. So this will be the basic session, because in the next series of tutorial, like in the next series of our apps, we will be using this DOM in order to perform the JSON operations, so that it will be basics and introduction video for the next projects. So this is how we have done with the basic addition of two numbers using a JavaScript. So if you can implement the CSS part for this, you can just try it out. You can just comment below this video if you have any queries or doubts in this session. And if you have any apps or applications to develop or assignments to code, you can just comment below this video. We can just try to upload in the next series of videos, in the next series of sessions. And thank you.